Welcome back, this is Goku Sun DBZ, and welcome for a new video game pickups. Now, this is pickups for the month of December. There's a few games I was hoping to add into this video, but unfortunately I'm having issues with the sellers on eBay, so it may be January before I can show them, and I'll probably end up doing just video game slash comic book pickups for one of the weeks in January, just because I'm not planning on buying much games in that month. But with that said, this is the first of the pickups. This is, of course, obviously the Xbox One version of Timefall, which I already had the 360 version, with that said. And yeah, you can get this game pretty dirt cheap in all honesty. I mean, I found this at GameStop. I think it was about $4, if I'm not mistaken. So needless to say, the game is really cheap, at least compared to other games on the Xbox One, of course. But then again, this was like one of the launch titles, to be fair, so I'm not surprised it's so cheap in all honesty. Though it's cheaper than other games that came out at that time frame. But it's a really good game, as I said, really cheap, and if you have a registered EA account, you should be able to get, like I was able to, get the season pass, all the maps and stuff, DLC content for absolutely free. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. And yeah, it's definitely worth the money. I mean, given you can get the DLC at no extra charge now, that's not bad. Next game, also picked up for, of course, the one, which I also found this really cheap. For Honor. This is just the base version, obviously, with just some basic DLC, couple of extra things added. But obviously, I mean, brand new, this runs 20. I've got a hold of this on eBay for just over like $5. So yeah, needless to say, really cheap. Just like the last game, Timefall. You can get this pretty cheap now, especially since they're coming out with like new versions with more DLC included, which means basically the value of this is just going to keep dropping. But I've been kind of curious to try this game out. I didn't really want to pay full price or anything, but when I saw for this price, I was like, might as well give it a shot, especially at the price range. Next is a game you cannot even find digitally anymore on the store unless you purchased it back before Microsoft did away with it. And that is a game called Project Spark. Now, would you believe me if I told you I found this brand new factory sealed for like $9? That's it. Just $9 flat. Still brand new. That's a really good deal. But not a lot of collectors are actually looking, surprisingly, to add Project Spark in their collection. Why? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, you can only play the normal game and stuff in this because all the DLC is gone online, unfortunately. Why Microsoft decided to do away with this, I'm not quite sure. I thought from stuff I saw, and I've tried on my friends, plus I did have an Xbox One prior. I had a digital copy, but somehow I lost it while I didn't have a console. So I had to get a physical copy. And it's unfortunate because this game had real potential. I mean, I tried it before, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it, in all honesty. It's unfortunate some games do get overlooked or get canceled. Much like, of course, we lost the opportunity to get to play something like Fable Legends, which sucks too. This I also found a pretty good deal, but found this at GameStop for actually a better deal than it was online. This is, of course, the dual pack, as you see. You're getting the original Gears of War Ultimate Edition, which includes all the DLC, plus a little bit upscale on certain elements of the graphics, and but more importantly is the other part to this collection, Rare Replay, which gives you, of course, 30 rare games. And what games you get, you might ask? Well, games for all ages, really, kids and adults. For like kids and stuff, people want family-friendly games. You've got games like the Viva Pinata games. You got, if you like N64 era, you have all three of the the Banjo-Kazooie games, though a lot of people didn't like nuts and bolts, to be fair. You also get the HD version of Conker's Bad Fur Day in the collection, but you get the uncensored version that was on N64, not the censored version on the original Xbox. So that's something to keep in mind also. And on top of it, in the rare replay, you get Killer Instinct Gold, so the N64, but supposedly supposed to be closer to the actual arcade port of the game in this. You get both the Perfect Dark games in the collection. I mean, all around, you're getting some really good rare games in this collection. You get classics like Battletoad and others. Total, you get 30 rare games. Now, of course, you can't get some rare games because Nintendo owns copyrights, like GoldenEye, or like Donkey Kong Country and games like that. You can't get, unfortunately. But it's really good, and given the price, you get this and Rare Replay Double Pack for more than worth it, especially for the library games you're getting the Rare Replay collection. Next, we have another game I found dirt cheap. Actually, I found this brand new. $4 brand new, I might add. And yeah, there actually is a season pass you can get on Xbox Live. Unfortunately, I stupidly did not get it while the Black Friday sale was going on, which I should have done because you could have gotten the season pass for $6.99, which is kind of crazy. The season pass costs more than the actual game, physical that is. But that's fine. I mean, I'll just wait in the future for the DLC to drop again in a reasonable price range, because it's like $20 normally, and I'm not paying that. But this is a game I have played prior when I had Xbox One before, and this was one of the absolute probably top 3 games I wanted to recollect. Luckily, it was super cheap, so that's good. But it's definitely worth your time. If you like Jet Grind Radio or Jet Set Radio Future, you will enjoy this. Plus, it's an Insomniac game. And Insomniac makes pretty good quality games. Yeah, this game is considered a divisive game. Pretty much it's either you love it or hate a game, which is pretty much the same way Jet Grind Radio and stuff was, in all honesty. There really was no middle ground. It was either you really appreciated what the artists and game developers did with the game, or you don't. And if you don't like 80s or 90s punk rock, you're not going to like this game, because that's all the music pretty much. But I do like classic punk rock from the 80s and 90s, so it's a win-win for me personally. Now, this is the last Xbox One game. I'm surprised at the price I found this for. It's unfortunate there's some issues here, and I can't get the sticker off, but as you can see, this is Halo 5 Guardians. But more specifically, this is the limited edition version of the game, which includes a lot of extra stuff in it. And of course, I love steel tin cases. I always have had a weird obsession over them. But yeah, you have, of course, the normal game. You have this, where it's a special thing you can put together. It also comes with like some info cards on the characters in the game. Also, you get exclusive DLC as well, strictly in this collection. Now, the good thing is, at least whoever I bought this off of online had not scratched off or used the DLC, so that means I still get full use of the DLC content, which is a good thing. Then you get like information type stuff, like from in-game on characters, which is kind of cool how they did all this. That's one of the reasons I like collector's editions and stuff. I like to see what kind of extra stuff you're gonna get with the game. I've always been that type of person that really likes getting like limited editions and stuff, just to see what kind of special extras you're gonna get. But given the price I got this for, given when this was brand new, first came out, it was running on average probably about $100 which is insane, especially nowadays when you can get this game for about a fifth of the price of what it was new. Kind of insane, actually. Um, Second to last is the only PS4 pickup, which luckily I found for a pretty good deal. Fine game, and you can expect some gameplay in the future from this. This is sort of, I guess you could say, a smaller developer wanted to create a game sort of similar to KI. Does it play as well as KI? Most definitely not. It's not bad. I mean, you have more indie type fighting games, though I think it's kind of crazy. The starting now price was like $50. Luckily, I got a hold of this on eBay. I just waited for the last 15 seconds of an auction and then sniped them on the auction. But I got for less than half the price it goes for brand new everywhere else. But it's an interesting game. As I said, I will be uploading some gameplays, and if I can, I'll try to upload some gameplay or stuff of the story mode in the game. Yeah, pretty much every fighting game now has to have a story mode, I suppose. And last but not least pickup is the Xbox 360 version of Fable, technically Fable The Lost Chapters, because it's an HD and it has all the DLC content of The Lost Chapters. So extra missions, like 2 new regions you can explore, 2 new magic abilities, and a lot of other stuff. There actually is quite a bit of extra content in this version. Now, unfortunately, from what I've heard and understand, is there are more frame rate issues actually in this version than the original Xbox version. Why did I pick this up though? Because it's backwards compatible with the Xbox One, and I want to be able to record and upload HD quality footage, whether it be 720p or 1080p. I want to be able to upload HD quality gameplay onto my YouTube channel, which is what I'm doing right now with Fable 3. That's the main reason I wanted to track this down again, and would you believe, this game has not dropped a lot. Right now, pre-owned still. This is still going for almost $30 pre-owned. It's insane. This game has really never dropped in price much at all. One of the few 360 games I can say that about. Because Halo Anniversary, on average, is going for about $8 to $10, while this is going for probably $8 to $30, which is kind of crazy, but I love Fable, and it's nice to finally have the full 360 trilogy in my collection. As a pretty big Microsoft Xbox fan myself, though Sony is my favorite, Microsoft is pretty close second anymore. With that said, I have an announcement to make. I'm going to be doing the future at a request on Google Plus to do videos of like most of my collections on stuff. Like, I'm going to do a video on my Nintendo collection, which isn't going to be as big, a video on my Sega collection, a video on my Microsoft Xbox game collection, and probably a two-parter on my Sony collection. And then, for anything that's none of those, I suppose we'll just get a very short video and combine them together. With that said, this is Goku-san DBZ signing out. I'll see you next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel. And P.S. The first game collection I will be doing will be Sega.